In 1964, a warship bearing a hero's name was lost to the sea, not to battle, not to an enemy, but to the wrath of a typhoon. For over half a century, that name, Rajah Sulayman, vanished from the Navy's hulls and from national memory. Until now. Because just days ago, in a quiet dockyard in South Korea, a new vessel quietly touched the sea. Her name, BRP Rajah Sulayman. But why resurrect this name now? What storm is the Philippine Navy preparing for? And how is this single offshore patrol vessel, a mere OPV on paper, part of a larger, more powerful maritime revival? Before we continue our discussion, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Pinoy Guard, and hit the notification bell. Every click supports truth and sovereignty in Southeast Asia. Welcome to Pinoy Guard. Today, we bring you a momentous update from the shores of South Korea and the proud ranks of the Philippine Navy. A new chapter in our maritime modernization is unfolding, one that honors our history while securing our future. The newest warship of the Philippine Navy has been named, the future BRP Rajah Sulayman, the first in a brand new class of offshore patrol vessels, will have its formal launching ceremony on June 11, 2025. These modern ships, built by Hyundai Heavy Industries, HHI, of South Korea, will be known collectively as the Rajah Sulayman class OPVs. Let's take a deep dive into the story behind the name, the ship, and why this launch marks a critical milestone in Philippine defense modernization. Who was Rajah Sulayman? To understand the weight of this name, we must first revisit the past. Rajah Sulayman was a 16th century Muslim leader and the last Rajah of the Kingdom of Manila before the Spanish conquest. Known for his fierce resistance against colonial forces, Sulayman symbolizes courage, sovereignty, and unyielding patriotism. His legacy is one of defiance against foreign domination, a perfect namesake for a warship that will patrol and protect Philippine waters. The Philippine Navy once carried this legacy in the form of the RPS Rajah Sulayman, D-66, a former U.S. destroyer escort acquired in 1960. Sadly, the ship was lost in 1964 during Typhoon Winnie. Now, after more than 60 years, the name returns to active duty, reborn in steel, radar, and determination. The future BRP Rajah Sulayman and the Rajah Sulayman class. The future BRP Rajah Sulayman is the lead ship of a six-vessel fleet known as the Rajah Sulayman class, based on the HDP 2200 plus OPV designed by Hyundai Heavy Industries. Let's break down what makes this vessel class vital to the Navy's modernization. Design displacement, approximately 2,400 tons length, 94.4 meters speed, up to 22 knots endurance, 21 days at sea range, over 5,500 nautical miles helicopter capable. Flight deck supports 5-ton class rotary aircraft armament, expected to include a 76mm main gun, secondary remote weapon systems, and options for missile and sensor upgrades in the future. While officially classified as patrol vessels, these ships are multi-mission platforms capable of conducting law enforcement, humanitarian, and territorial defense operations. Construction timeline and launching. The contract for 6 OPVs was signed between the Philippine Department of National Defense, D&D, and HHI on June 27, 2022, with a value of 30 billion peso, or roughly $540 million. This procurement is a key component of the Horizon 2 phase of the revised AFP modernization program. The first steel cutting for BRP Rajah Sulayman took place in late 2023, and her keel was laid in February 2025. By May 2025, the vessel was already seen afloat at the HHI shipyard in Ulsan, South Korea. This follows HHI's standard practice of launching ships into the water for initial outfitting and sea trials ahead of the formal ceremonial launch, which is set for June 11, 2025. After launching, the ship will undergo sea trials and systems integration before its official delivery in 2026. Strategic importance to the Philippine Navy. The Rajah Sulayman class OPVs will significantly boost the Philippine Navy's maritime domain awareness and patrol capabilities. These ships are larger, more modern, and more flexible than the older Jacinto-class patrol vessels and World War II-era legacy ships they are expected to replace. Each vessel will play a vital role in sovereignty patrols in the West Philippine Sea, monitoring of foreign incursions, support for humanitarian assistance and disaster relief, HADR, deterrence operations alongside other Philippine Navy assets. Most importantly, these OPVs represent a major leap forward in interoperability with allies, thanks to their modern CMS, combat management system, automated systems, and compatibility with NATO standard equipment. Why the West Philippine Sea matters. The timing of this launch is critical. The Philippines continues to face escalating tensions in the West Philippine Sea, particularly near Ayungin Shoal, Scarborough Shoal, and other areas within the nation's exclusive economic zone, EEZ. Chinese maritime militia and Coast Guard vessels have frequently entered contested waters, threatening Filipino fishermen and supply missions. The need for a capable, credible naval presence has never been greater. The arrival of the Rajah Sulayman class will help fill that gap, not just in terms of visibility, but as a symbol of national will and maritime resolve. International cooperation and local industry impact. The HDP 2200+ design is notable for being customized to Philippine requirements, with options for future upgrades including missile launchers, towed sonar arrays, anti-submarine warfare ASW modules. Hyundai Heavy Industries is also reportedly working with Philippine local firms and shipyard operators to explore technology transfer and training programs aligned with the government's Self-Reliant Defense Posture (SRDP) initiative. This means that future maintenance, system upgrades, and even construction of similar ships could be localized, benefiting Filipino shipbuilders and defense engineers. The message behind the name. Choosing the name Rajah Sulayman is more than ceremonial, it is strategic. It sends a message that the Philippines remembers its heroes, learns from its past, and is not backing down in the face of modern threats. The name resonates across centuries, from the burning palisades of Old Manila to the contested waters of the West Philippine Sea. Just as Rajah Sulayman once defied a far more powerful invader, the ship bearing his name will now stand as a defender of national dignity, sovereignty, and self-determination. Closing thoughts. The upcoming launch of the future BRP Rajah Sulayman on June 11, 2025 marks more than the debut of a warship. It is the birth of a new symbol, a sentinel of the seas, forged from steel and history, ready to protect the maritime interests of our nation. As more Rajah Sulayman-class ships are constructed and delivered, we edge closer to a modern, agile, and resilient Philippine Navy. One capable not only of defending the homeland, but also of asserting presence in the Indo-Pacific region. Stay tuned, because this is only the beginning. If you found this update insightful and you want to stay informed on Philippine defense modernization, maritime security, and regional developments, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Pinoy Guard, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Maraming salamat sa inyong suporta. Mabuhay ang hakbang dagatang Pilipinas.